Hello everyone, my name is Z Marie here with Heart4Art Live. Today we're going to be learning how to draw our interpretation of the fall of man. So get your sketch pads, get your pencils and your erasers, and let's get started. So as I said, today we're going to be learning how to draw our interpretation of the fall of man. So we're going to jump on over to our sketch pad and let's start drawing, okay guys? So as I said, we're going to go step by step and we're going to begin drawing, actually start from the left and go on over to our right. So as you can see on the reference drawing, you can see there's like grass and different things like that in the picture. So I'm actually going to start from my left to my right, okay? So I'm just going to come down here to the bottom. And I'm going to start drawing our plants first, okay? Going to start with the little leaves that we have here at the bottom. Okay? And as I always say, you can make the drawing look however you want it to look, but I'm going to try and make it as close to the reference so it'll be a little, simpler for you guys so we can follow along together, okay? So I'm just going to start by simply drawing my land and all of that, then we'll start drawing the different characters. So left to right. Make sure you all can see what I'm doing there. Okay, just kind of giving us a rough line there at the bottom. And just do us a basic short kind of line, because as we can see that the leaves are kind of coming with the line there. Okay, and I'm going to come here to the bottom of my sketch pad and start drawing some of the plants, okay? So just trying to get us a basic outline here. And you can always come back and, perfect your different lines and all of that as well. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to do all my leaves on here, and I'm going to go ahead and erase some of the kind of rough draft lines I did there, okay? Now since I know where I want to start my drawing. Okay? Okay. Gotta go like that. Get some of our different stems and leaves and all that coming out from the plant. And it's just a little easier for me actually to start from my left to right depending on the picture. But in this instance, I'm going to just start from left to right. But of course you can start from whichever angle that you want to start from. We're just trying to draw our basic leaves here. This is just simply representing like the Garden of Eden and all of that as well. And we're going to draw Adam and Eve and all of that too. So we'll get to that. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do right now for that plant. And I'm going to come right beside it and draw my other plant. Okay, and we have another like leaves kind of coming behind here. Trying to get us like a rough outline of the different plants. And down here on the bottom, you can see there's another slight plant, like a beginning of a bush right here. So I'm gonna draw that. kind of here at the bottom. Okay. And then we're going to come right here beside it and draw kind of like the shrub or the bush right there. Okay. Down here on the bottom. Okay. So we kind of got our plants here on the left. So now I'm going to come right here where we started seeing that we have kind of like a slight hill or like an island kind of thing. So we're going to come right here, and I'm going to start right here with that plant where it's kind of like a tree. So I'm going to start right here and draw that. And as I say, this is just a basic rough sketch. You can always go back and erase, make the lines straighter and all of that as well. Then you're going to draw the little hill, kind of like it's going behind this. Just do your basic line, kind of going back here. And draw your next plant. Just trying to get us a basic kind of structure of the drawing so we can kind of see our different angles that we need to go from. Okay. Okay, just kind of giving us kind of an angle there, because we know right here that's where we're going to start actually drawing the different characters, so we don't want to, you know, interfere with that too much. And there's like a little shadow of this hill over here. So we're going to start by drawing that. It's like a basic kind of outline, like it's behind there. Okay? So we got that. Now, before I'm going to go right here in this gap that we have. And there's like a kind of shrub thing that looks kind of like this one. But it's like a slight smaller and from a different angle. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that right here in this spot. Okay. Just trying to get us a basic outline right in here. So we'll know exactly where to kind of angle everything together. Okay, and do that little line that we have there on the bottom. And the little line over here. Okay, kind of like that. Just a basic kind of rough sketch there. Now what I'm going to do, because we see there's like 2, 4, like 5 kind of beams, like the sun beams right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that since that's kind of a basic kind of line pattern to do. So just grab your pencil and try and do it a little darker. So that's 1. Then we're going to come here, 2. Side it, 3. Side that one a little smaller, 4. Beside that one, kind of up here at the top, and 5. Okay, that just kind of represents the sunbeam kind of coming down right there. And I'm trying to kind of get our scenery before we draw our characters. So I'm going to come here to our right now, and you can see that there are different plants over here. So I'm going to start by drawing that. Down here we can see there's kind of like a shrub or a bush. So let's go ahead and draw that first, okay? So come here to your bottom and draw your first one. Okay, and then beside that one, we see that there's another one kind of coming against the corner here. So we're going to do that. of up, kind of like that, okay? And then beside it, you can see that there are a few leaves kind of sticking out from the background. So let's go ahead and draw those next to here. Two, three there. Four is kind of peeping behind these. And five is here in the corner. Okay, and if you want to add a few more, just to add, a little bit more detail, you can. But then we're going to add a little bit more detail to our leaves. Add a few little lines kind of throughout it. Okay, and I'm going to add one more like right in here, just because there's a gap. Okay. Okay, so that gives us kind of our basic leaves over there. You can see that the different mountains and hills are here actually behind our representation of Adam and Eve. So we're going to start by drawing that, but leave a gap where we can actually draw Adam on the right hand side, okay? So come to about right here on your paper, a little further down than half, and draw your heel. Okay, just kind of like right there, because we don't want to do too far, so we don't have to worry about erasing further, okay? And then come up here, and you can see there's like a mountain behind him, so we can draw that there. So up a little bit about here. Okay, kind of like that. Then we're going to stop because we still have to draw Adam there. Get our little lines like that, okay? And now come over here back to your left. I'm trying to leave this gap kind of here for Adam and Eve, and how the serpent is down here kind of at the bottom. So I'm trying to save all of that for that specific part. But then you can kind of come here, give yourself space about right here, and draw the other islands and stuff that you see in the back, or other hills. Okay. So I'm going to pause it right there. And I'm going to pause right here since, we're going to finish it a little bit more after our short break. So I'm just going to pause that drawing kind of right there. But if you continue looking at the reference, you can actually see, where we stopped on. But when we come back from the short break, you can actually finish the drawing with me. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Tired of your bland wardrobe? Well, spice things up with the Wood Prosper's customizable t-shirts in 3 easy steps. First, go to smicapp.com and click the Wood Prosper logo. Then select Create Your Own, and lastly, import your own design or use the ones we pre-made for you. You can even customize mugs, hats, jackets, and so much more. So head on over to smicapp.com and click on Wood Prosper today and get your designs noticed.
Alright guys, so as I said before the break, we were drawing our interpretation of the fall of man. So let's jump on back over to our sketch pad and let's continue where we left off, okay? So we actually left off drawing kind of the hills and different things like that behind our representation of Adam and Eve. So let's go ahead and continue drawing that. So you can see we kind of came here and drawing our islands and different things like that, okay? So I'm trying to leave us a good little gap. So I'm actually going to pause that right there because I don't want to go too far over where we don't have enough space to actually draw that, okay? All right. Bring it a little further over here. Okay, then I'm going to come about a little less than halfway, right about here, and draw that mountain. Okay. And just draw it the best way you can. Just get yourself kind of a basic, kind of rough sketch, kind of outline, okay? Just again as a basic kind of outline. Then draw the other kind of mountain that's smaller beside it. Okay, and on that you can kind of give it that rough kind of sketch. It just makes it look a little cooler there. Okay, so now we're actually gonna go and start drawing our characters. Trying to make sure we got all our scenery and everything before we start that, okay? So we're gonna come down here on the bottom. You can see on like the middle of the grass right here is the representation of the serpent right there. So then you're gonna come here to the bottom and you can start drawing. And of course you don't have to draw it exactly like this. It's, you know, whichever way that the Lord gives it to you, show you how to draw it, you know? Okay, I'm gonna come over here. Okay, try to zoom in a little bit on our reference. Okay, made that line a little too far over. Okay, I'm just trying to get kind of the basic outline. Just getting this kind of a basic sketch. Come to about right there. We're going to start here and kind of do a hoop out to get to the rest of the body. Stop out right there. Okay. Okay, then you're going to come about right here at the top of the mouth. Get your little line kind of right there. Here at the bottom. Kind of representing the jaw part there. And a few details on the face. Okay, and you can see where it's representing like the mouth is kind of open. Start like a little halfway, kind of where your pencil is right here, like where your line was right here, and draw the mouth. And you see the representation where the teeth are. Okay. Go back and fix a few of the lines here to give it a little bit more space. Trying to get us a basic kind of rough sketch. Okay, then do the eyes. Okay, that kind of gives us that basic kind of representation there. And then behind, right here, you can actually see that there's actually leaves and different things like that. So let's go ahead and draw that part. And then we're going to start drawing some of Adam and Eve. And as I said, you can draw it, however you want it to draw. We're trying to get it as close to the reference so we can all follow along together. Okay, and that right there is kind of the basic representation of the serpent in the garden. So we're going to come up here, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to actually start from my right to my left, and I'm going to go ahead and draw Adam, okay? So let's see where we want to start on Adam. So let's start from the head down, okay? So come about a little bit above our mountain we drew, about right here. And we're going to kind of draw the outline of the hair. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, just getting kind of the basic head outline. Then come here to your left and draw this side of the head. Just get your kind of basic outline to go from, okay? And this represented him looking down. So. Okay. We can go ahead and draw our hair. Come up a little. Try to fix this line because the hair comes a little further down. Okay. And then come to your left and finish this part of his hair, of Adam's hair. Make it go closer to his face. And kind of down to where the neck is going to go. Okay? So that kind of gives us our basic sketch there. You can always come back and add a little bit more detail on the face. Okay? So it's just going to kind of give us that basic kind of sketch there, okay? So then you're going to come down, and I'm going to just fix his chin a little more. Okay? And come down a little bit so you can start drawing the neck. Okay? And then go down, make the shoulder. You may have to you see how it's kind of colliding together. So I'm going to erase that a little. And bring it down. Shoulder going into his arm. Okay. And do the other arm. Arm from the neck. Side slope and start on the arm. Okay. Just add a little bit of detail about the neck. Okay. So just trying to get us a basic kind of outline of our representation of Adam here in the garden, okay? So just adding a few more lines and details. So this is represented after Adam and Eve actually sinned in the garden. And this is when the Lord was actually confronting them. So that's why you see that their head is actually down right here, okay? Okay. Okay. Do an angle there. I'm gonna make it connect to his arm a little bit right here. Okay. Trying to kind of make it all connect. Okay, and that's kind of us drawing kind of Adam right there. So we're just gonna kind of wrap up the drawing right there. I know we want to finish it all today, but that's gonna wrap up our interpretation of the fall of man. And so we're just gonna kind of continue, where we left off actually on next week. But you can actually see on the reference drawing there how we were drawing Adam and how we're gonna draw Eve as well, okay? So make sure you all go over to the websites that I've kind of been telling you throughout. Make sure you go to www.smicapp.com and click on Wood Prosper. And you can actually get your designs on mugs, t-shirts, so much more. And also, check out the awesome Biblical Arts Museum known as ABAMcenter.com. There's over 150 different multicultural biblical characters, okay? So make sure you all go over there and check that out as well. I have been your hostess, Z Marie here with Heart4Art Live. Join us every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check us out on our YouTube at Heart4Art on YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.